Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2017 Porsche Cayman 718 that we have for sale. 2017 is a great year for the Cayman because it actually, even though the changes on the outside might look subtle, it actually got a complete ground up redesign. So it has a lot of changes versus the previous generation Cayman, even though on the outside and the inside on paper, visually it might not look like a big difference, but Porsche really likes to make incremental improvements and updates in their vehicles. And it's a pretty good formula. They've done that with the 911 for like 50 years. So 718 is a new designation for the Cayman, paying homage to a race car, I think it was from the 50s. And it is an amazing vehicle. They had some changes. One of the biggest ones is gone is the flat 6-cylinder engine, and now they have a horizontally opposed turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, but that's okay. That engine pumps out about 300 horsepower, plenty of power for a small vehicle like this. And I was kind of, when I heard they switched to a 4-cylinder engine, I'm like, oh, I don't know how that's gonna be, because I absolutely love Porsche's flat 6-cylinder engine. It's an amazing engine. I love the way it sounds and the way it feels. But you know what? This 4-cylinder has a lot of character. It has more character than almost any other 4-cylinder I experienced, because it's not a normal 4-cylinder, it's a high-performance 4-cylinder made by Porsche. And it's right behind you. And where most car companies will do everything they can to try to refine the vehicle so you don't even know it has an engine while it's running, it's the opposite with this. Don't get me wrong, this is a smooth and comfortable vehicle, but on a car like this, you want to feel and hear the engine. And with it right behind you, you're definitely going to do that, and that will just add to the wonderful driving experience in this car, because this is a car that rewards drivers, people who enjoy driving. It doesn't get much better than this, and it's not necessarily the fastest car on the road. It's not the most high-performance vehicle on the road, but you don't need to have the fastest, most high-performance car on the road. Yesterday I was just doing a video of a 2016 Corvette Z06 convertible we have. 650 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. I was going on how straight up scary it is. I'm a pretty good driver, but that thing went sideways on me, with cold tires. I just gave it a little too much throttle. This thing is a lot better vehicle for this Pacific Northwest climate. Obviously it's fast enough to, definitely get yourself in trouble. But with that mid-engine, it's very balanced. You have a lot of weight over the rear tires. Great traction stability control system. This is a clean Carfax vehicle we took in trade for a newer Porsche. We also have a build sheet on it. So it looks like it has the upgraded 19-inch Cayman S wheels, $1,580 for that. Two-way power seat plus, $440. Porsche torque vectoring PTV, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but that was $1,320. I think it basically vectors torque to the outbound wheels while cornering to improve handling. The 16.9 gallon fuel tank, extended range fuel tank, was $140. Porsche active suspension management, that's a great upgrade, $1,790. Auto dimming mirrors with integrated rain sensor, $690. Navigation module for the Porsche communication system, the infotainment system, $1,730. And then we have heated seats, $530. Excuse me. Really nice color combination, white and black, and this thing is in beautiful shape, hardly a mark on it. Of course, as we mentioned, as navigation, we have a parking camera, wonderful 6-speed gearbox. Doesn't get too much better than this for gearboxes. Nice all down to business interior, which you'd expect in a Porsche. Nice leather steering wheel, feels wonderful in your hands. I love the traditional analog gauges, 32,015 miles at the time of making this video. This one is pretty much stock. The only thing that I think that is aftermarket on it, it seems like it has some lowering springs, so it's a little bit lower to the ground. And what a beautiful vehicle this is. Unfortunately, there's really no way to see the engine, just because it's a mid-engine, it's under there. Really, the Porsche technicians, when they're working on it, they're the only ones who are gonna see the engine unless they invite you into the bay, or unless you're gonna work on it yourself. And the one nice thing about the Cayman, it's not kind of handcuffed by rules of the old day. The thing with the 911 is that the 911 has always been a rear-engined vehicle. It's really the only car that you can buy that has the engine mounted behind the rear axle. Every other car that has the engine behind the seats is a mid-engine vehicle like this. And having the engine all the way back behind the rear axle can create problems because, you know, you have an inefficiency in weight distribution. You have a lot of weight on the back wheels, and that makes it harder to, you know, tune the chassis for performance. But obviously Porsche has been perfecting the 911, you know, over 50 years, so they've found ways to engineer it so it works, and it's still an amazing sports car. It wins races. But with the Cayman, they're not handcuffed by that. So really, by being able to make the Cayman and its brother or sister vehicle, the Boxster, being able to make it a mid-engine vehicle actually makes it a lot more balanced. In some ways, aspects you could say, you know, superior to the 911. And in fact, some people speculate that Porsche even excuse me, just getting over a cold. People do speculate that on some of the higher performance variations of the Cayman, they actually hold back the performance, because if they really kind of let the Cayman you know, do its full performance, that it would outperform the 911, which probably would not be a good thing, because the 911 is supposed to be the flagship ultimate Porsche. So there you have it. If you're in the market for a nice 718 Cayman, the way I would only get it with a manual transmission. I'm a manual transmission snub. I'd only own a car like this with a manual gearbox. Obviously everyone is different, but that's just the way I am. Maybe that's the way you are too. So we have this beautiful Cayman here. We have a mobile delivery service, so you can put this in our car hauler, we can tow it to you, we can print up all the paperwork, and this beautiful Porsche Cayman can be all yours without leaving your neighborhood. And of course, if you live further away, we can't do complimentary shipping, but we can ship nationwide. We're very competitive as far as shipping rates go. We work with lots of transport companies. Contact us for more information. Thank you so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully we see you soon, and have a wonderful day.